Hey, good morning, friends. Today is Monday, November the 12th, 2024, and the time now is 7:41 a.m. So, friends, I want to talk briefly or offer a brief comment or statement pertaining to a situation in Germany. And I'm talking specifically about the possibility that Germany could be having a snap election either in December or who knows by next year, 2025. Now, friends, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Please share the link to this video with your friends and your families. Please share the links to my other videos with your friends and your families. And also, please share the link to this channel with your friends and your family. I want to thank you for being a member of the Echoing Voice community. And also, friends, I want to thank you a lot for watching the Echoing Voice. Now, my friends, this is the first video for the Domestic Germany series. If you are watching for the first time, this is how the channel, the Echoing Voice, is set up. Every country will have two playlists. One will be the country's name and the other domestic the country's name. The country's name playlist will feature ideas, videos, talks, or programs that specifically highlight or explore or examine the country's geopolitical position, the country's interaction with other countries in its region, and also with the rest of the world. Domestic the Country playlist will feature video, talks, programs, or ideas that specifically focus on the domestic situation in the country, whether we are talking about economics, infrastructure, employment, youth and sport, and so on and so on and so on. And once again, friends, this is the first video for the Domestic Germany series. Now, friends, in terms of the situation in Germany, by now many may have already heard that the Olaf Scholz government, the coalition government, had collapsed, or that it is not as tight as it was supposed to be. Now, in terms of the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, he had a recent interview. He basically hints the possibility of a snap election. In Germany, as much as the coalition government has collapsed, or as much as it isn't as tight as it's supposed to be, or as many want it to be. In terms of the situation in Germany, there are many, whether we are talking about the Green Party and other parties, who have been bombarding Olaf Scholz with a lot of criticism. And many are calling for a snap election, for a vote of confidence. There are those who are calling for the election to take place in December. In terms of Olaf Scholz, he has hinted the possibility that an election could be much closer. In this case, there is a possibility that Germany could see a snap election in January and then an election, a general election, in March. The situation in Europe seems very interesting, and in this case, Germany. As much as European countries can brag, can boast of stability, in this case, something that I like in terms of my own occupation, where I wake up in the morning and I'm on my way to work. Nobody asks me why, and I do not care why. I know that as much and as long as it is the weekdays, Monday through Friday, I have to go to work. I do have a schedule. I do have a national schedule in terms of the national and or the regional or territorial or state or provincial holidays. In this case, my boss or my supervisor, as much as others who are in the admin position, everyone get up in the morning and go to work. Nobody asks questions, nobody care. We all know that we are supposed to be there at work. Even if our boss, our supervisor, does not show up, we know we have to be there. In essence, our situation works as clockwork. We all do what we're supposed to do because we have a system. To an extent, this is what many systems in terms of European society or countries looks like. Whether the government is terrible or not, people do what they're supposed to do. And this, as an African, this is one thing that I want, and I pray that Africa could develop in the future. We need a system. However, in terms of this system, we can also argue that the stability in the European system, as much as the government, the higher level of government is concerned, it is not as stable or as smooth sailing as Europeans have propagated their system to be. For an extent, it seems like every week there is an election in Europe. And this is so much more the case in the United Kingdom, in the UK. It is like every blink of an eye there is an election in the UK. And as an African, this is not a system that I want. And even the American system is dangerous in that. In terms of the African situation, Africans want their government to think about helping society, not about winning the next election. Now, in terms of the situation in Germany, and in terms of the possibility of a snap election, we should anticipate the possibility of the Olaf Scholz government and coalition, or his party, to not only receive a surprising but a devastating defeat, similar to what happened that made it today Rishi Sunak of the United Kingdom no longer being the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Of course, the current Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, is already being criticized, and he is also going through hell in the United Kingdom. This is not only due to his performance, but also due to some scandals. He is going through his own issue at home in the UK. And similarly, Emmanuel Macron is also facing the same situation. Now, what is very interesting is the rise of the far right in Europe. This, coupled with the fact that coalitions throughout Europe are collapsing, and the left and far left seems to be collapsing, or they seems to be ousted, or there is a process of them being ousted from power. This, in addition to the fact that the United States had recently had a general election, an election that saw Donald Trump coming into office again. So Donald Trump won the election. Not only that, Donald Trump won the Electoral College vote, he also won the general vote, the popular vote in the United States. In addition to that, Donald Trump is taking office with a Senate majority, a House majority, a Supreme Court ruling that basically says that Donald Trump has immunity, presidential immunity, official immunity to do whatever he wants. Donald Trump is coming to power with a vengeance against his enemies and those who he claims had been coming at him. That I do believe that the entire world, especially the global south, should take notice. The possibility of a far right slash Republican slash MAGA slash Trumpers taking over in the United States, the possibility of the rising right and far right in Europe forming an international coalition could be devastating for the entire world. We could be seeing, I believe, a level of radicalism by an epic international proportion. Now, my friends, once again, I'm going to state, in terms of the situation in Germany and the possibility of a snap election and then a general election, we should anticipate that Olaf Scholz and his coalition or his government, his party, could be in for a devastating defeat, which in this case could lead to more radicalism, more opposition against the war in Ukraine, and more call for a decoupling from Ukraine, and an international Western coalition of the far rights, in which the United States, once again, is the leader. And this, my friend, could be devastating for the rest of the world. Now, friends, I'm going to end here. Please tell me what you think. I do not mean to offend anybody, so if you think I'm offensive in what I just said, I do apologize. It is not my intent. If you think I'm right, please comment. And if you think I am wrong in terms of my analysis, also please comment. Let me know what you think, and please teach me. I am hoping and willing to learn. Now, friends, I am going to end here. I want to thank you for being a member of the Echoing Voice community, my friends. But most importantly, friends, I want to thank you a lot for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace, my friends. Peace.